Have you ever daydreamed about Harry Potter trading in his wand for dumbbells? Or how the One Punch Man Saitama would fare in Hogwarts? Well, we no longer need to ponder these peculiar scenarios because we have a series that hits the oddball target right on the bullseye. Wizardry enthusiasts, gym buffs, and lovers of the ludicrous, prepare yourselves for the wild, spellbinding, and downright outrageous world of Mashle Magic and Muscles. In a world where everyone's basically a wizard, you'd expect our protagonist to be some kind of magical maestro, right? Nope, nothing of the sort. Meet Mash Burnedead, a character who's completely missed the mystical trend, but compensates solely on his muscles. Enter and embark on an enchanting escapade into Mash's world, where his brawn outshines magic in the most lunatic way you could think of, most of it involving his fists. From our muscle-bound cream puff-addicted hero, Mash, to his rival, Lance, a prodigy magician with a love so powerful for his sister, rivaling even Professor Snape's love for Lily. Yup, we're drawing that parallel. We'll be meeting a cast that's as eccentric as they are impressionable. We'll also dive deep into Mashle's unique approach to problem solving with less abracadabra and more muscle action in ways you've never seen before. So Harry Potter and One Punch Man fans, be prepared to dive into this world where muscle meets magic, served with a good deal of laughter. Mashle Magic and Muscle is a brilliant manga from the prodigious and possibly mushroom-headed Hajime Komoto, first hitting the covers of Weekly Shonen Jump in January 2020. Its unique blend of humor and action quickly attracted an audience, leading to its anime adaptation. The reins for this magical ride were handed over to A1 Pictures, the esteemed animation studio renowned for their work on prominent titles like 86, Kaguya-sama Love is War, and Your Lie in April, among many others. At the helm of the adaptation is director Tomoya Tanaka. Under his watchful eye, the humor and charm that made the manga so beloved have been seamlessly transitioned into the anime that continues to captivate audiences with each episode. Now, without further ado, grab a cream puff, or 7, and brace yourselves as we dive into this magical muscle-packed extravaganza. Mashle is a world where magic is as essential as oxygen. It weaves its way into the cornerstone of history, society, and the very lives of its inhabitants. Here, we find ourselves amid magical younglings striving to reach the pinnacle of their powers. Their goal? To earn the Divine Visionary title, a distinguished accolade bestowed upon exceptional students from one of the 3 prestigious magical schools. But in this world, we've got Mash Burnedead, a misfit with no wizardry capabilities whatsoever, but has more than enough muscles to compensate for his lack of magical powers. We're talking about a teenager who can bench press a whopping 5 tons. No hocus pocus BS, just raw power. However, this iron-pumping protagonist has a simple dream: to enjoy cream puffs and live a peaceful life with his adoptive father, Mash Burnedead, who's gone to great lengths to shield Mash from a society that executes those without magic. However, their tranquil existence is threatened, leaving Mash no choice but to enroll in the esteemed Easton Magic Academy, one of the magical realm's premier institutions. To save his father, Mash must clinch the title of Divine Visionary within a year. No big deal, right? He must somehow become the best wizard with his non-existent magical powers. Good luck! But our one-punch Harry Potter is not one to give up so easily. Remaining undercover as a so-called magic user, Mash tackles the Academy's entrance exam with a passing rate of 3%. But with the muscles that would give Hercules a run for his money, he sails through the test through unconventional means unique to Mash. On entering Easton, he's eventually accompanied by a zany cast of characters like the cowardly Finn Ames, the drama queen Lemon Irvine, the boisterous Dot Barrett, and the prodigy Lance Crown. But the predominantly magical world has many curveballs to throw Mash's way. Can our magicless hero clinch the spellbinding Divine Visionary title and finally live in peace? And of utmost importance, will he ever get to gorge on enough cream puffs to satisfy his insatiable sweet tooth? Now that we've set the stage with our magical muscle world, it's time to spotlight the colorful cast of characters who bring the punchlines and makes Mashle the perfect blend of humor and adventure. First on our roster of hilariously unique characters is the buffed-up magicless wonder boy and cream puff addict Mash Burnedead. Life's been anything but smooth sailing for our lad, learning the harsh realities right from his birth when it was discovered that he could not use magic. Luckily, our boy Mash was adopted by the kind-hearted Rigoro, who not only hid Mash's magicless secret but also spurred him to train daily. However, Mash might have gone overboard with the training, transforming himself into a formidable powerhouse. Does this remind us of someone very similar? Mash is as straightforward as they come, always ready to take a hit to his ego when he messes up, and honestly, who could stay mad at this lovable lad? The only exception to this would be when his addiction to cream puffs kicks in, to the point that not even the Sorting Hat can fathom Mash's obsession. But otherwise, he's a muscle-headed softy with a heart as big as his biceps. At Easton Academy, Mash remains true to himself and even goes so far as to rescue fellow applicant Lemon Irvine after she attempts to sabotage him. His genuine nature and calm demeanor help him make friends quickly and advance towards his ultimate goal of becoming a divine visionary. But his presence has also caused him to be a target among the Academy's staff and members of other houses. With much of the world against him, we can't wait to see if he'll come out on top or end up expelled. Up next on our character carousel is Finn Ames, the timid yet unwavering friend that everyone could use in their corner. Easton is where everyone's expected to stand tall, but those with power often abuse their lineage and step over those they deem weak. In his quest for a peaceful life, Finn Ames does his best to blend into the background and avoid conflict. He's the first to become Mash's friend at the Academy, and as luck would have it, is his roommate too. Initially, Finn tries to steer clear of Mash because he screams trouble, but let's be real, avoiding Mash is like trying to ignore Arnold Schwarzenegger in a wizard's hat. Practically impossible. So just after a single interaction, these two were thick as thieves. Then stepping into the spotlight next is the cool as a cucumber prodigy, Lance Crown, whose devotion and love for his sister could give Romeo a run for his money. A dual mark bearer and a top contender for the esteemed title of Divine Visionary, Lance Crown is a rarity in this magical world that celebrates extraordinary magical prowess. Lance's drive to become a visionary stems from a deeply personal place, his sister Anna. She's battling a disease that's gradually consuming her magic, and once she's magicless, her life will be taken by the Bureau of Magic on the account that those without magic are to be executed. But if Lance becomes a visionary, he can save her and will do whatever it takes for his beloved sister. It got to the point that he was desperate enough to try to snatch the silver coin from Mash himself, a crucial element in becoming a divine visionary. But don't mistake his determination for ruthlessness. Lance is a deeply caring individual who's fiercely protective of those he loves. After getting to know Mash, he soon realizes that Mash isn't so different. Mash, too, puts his friends before his ambitions, and this shared quality transforms their initial rivalry into a strong bond. But what's a magical muscle adventure without a zesty supporting cast? Enter Lemon Irvine, a charming but quirky student who's head over heels for Mash, and Dot Barrett, a hot-headed lad with a soft spot for the ladies. These two are the perfect sidekicks for our gang's wacky escapades, facing the hurdles thrown their way with a blend of hilarity and heart. Their unique personalities, when stirred together, serve as a magical cocktail that's equal parts wacky, laugh-out-loud funny, and genuine heartwarming moments. But in light of the well-rounded characters, the premise will make you ponder how someone devoid of magic can hold their own against some of the world's most formidable mages. Well, the answer is delightfully straightforward: raw muscle power. Mash has honed his muscles to such an extraordinary degree that he can outmaneuver almost every magical spell against him and appears to be using sorcery himself. But not quite. Mash's magic combat abilities are all about slapping the magic away, and his triceps magic is the most powerful technique in his repertoire. If you're thinking that's all he's got, think again. He can make potions and play Quidditch too, but nowhere near the conventional way. For instance, his so-called flying is just him throwing the broomstick and mounting himself on it. But we must admit, his ability to turn the ingredients of a potion into a cream puff is 100% sorcery. As we look to the future of Wizardry School, the big question is whether Mash's muscles can continue to outwit magic. How long can he rely solely on his brawn in a world steeped in spells? But for now, the sky's the limit for Mash with his quick thinking and infinite muscle strength. But you might be scratching your head wondering, how is this show breaking into such hype? After all, it has a pretty straightforward plot and a well-rounded cast, but nothing seems out of this world. But that's just it. The key to Mashle Magic and Muscles' success can be summed up in 3 words: simplicity is key. Simplicity can be incredibly visually compelling, particularly in storytelling. There's something refreshing about a narrative that knows what it is and doesn't try to be anything else. Mashle Magic and Muscles is a prime example of this. It's a tale about a muscle-bound magicless lad navigating his way through a magic-centric world with his sights set on becoming a divine visionary. And that's precisely what the series delivers. No unnecessary plot twists, no convoluted storylines, just pure unadulterated fun. For many of us, we're simply watching how Mash will pass through Wizardry school with brute force alone, or seeing how the characters react to witnessing Mash's superhuman strength. What also sets Mashle apart from many shonen series is its steadfast adherence to its core narrative. Shows like Fairy Tail and Bleach, while beloved by many, have occasionally strayed from their original premises, leading to a disconnect over time. This divergence can sometimes dilute the show's essence, leaving fans pining for the initial charm. In contrast, Mashle remains loyal to its unique blend of humor and action throughout. It doesn't need intricate plotlines or dramatic twists to keep its audience hooked. Instead, it relies on its consistent, simple story, endearing characters, and well-timed humor to create an engaging and enjoyable viewing experience. The show embraces its simplicity, proving that you don't need to overcomplicate the story to create a compelling and successful series. In a nutshell, Mashle Magic and Muscles is an irresistible blend of belly laughs, adrenaline-fueled adventure, and unadulterated fun. Our hero, Mash, is a cream puff-loving, overpowered musclehead, bringing a fresh and hilarious spin to a world enchanted by magic. His zany crew of friends each shine with their unique quirks, combining to create a perfect symphony of humor and heartfelt emotions. Simplicity is the charm of this tale, revolving around our buff protagonist, whose only wish is to enjoy a peaceful life with his adoptive father. So, if you've been searching for a show that serves up hearty laughs and riveting adventure in equal measure, your quest ends at Mashle Magic and Muscles. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive deeper into another anime. As always, thanks for watching!